What's going on, good folks? It's been a minute. It's been a while. And now we're back consistently. Welcome to another edition of High Sodium Content. So high, so salty. We got another episode, man. It's been a while. It's been a few months. But as y'all know, people who actually do streaming and videos and stuff like that, you know how difficult it is to be a one-man show. And that was my problem for a very long time. But now I've got an editor. And also I got new equipment. I'm just waiting for a couple more parts. In the meantime, we're back. And on tonight's episode, without further ado, on tonight's episode, we got Eugenics, Margaret Sanger, all that good stuff. Now, I ran into this video, and what really prompted me was that I saw this TikTok, right? And I've probably seen it too. I'll make sure to throw it in here. So this lady, she runs up to the stage. She's trying to make her case to this street evangelist. And in doing so, she just starts basically manifesting, right? She starts talking about how she's a college professor and she had an abortion and they ripped the fetus out. She gets really graphic. It just made me think that, there's women that really advocate for this. Only if they understood the truth. And what am I talking about, man? Some of y'all get smacked with the truth every day, and y'all just like, what truth? What truth? Y'all don't like the truth. But I'm going to give y'all the truth anyway. If y'all don't know, eugenics, right? It's this flawed theory where through selective breeding, create the perfect human. Get certain traits and stuff like that. Kind of like Mendel and his plants and whatnot. It's along the lines of something like alchemy. You can turn lead into gold, shit like that. That's what it is. But Margaret Sanger was a messed up individual. She is the founder of Planned Parenthood, aka abortion. That's what we're going to talk about today. So I got this video. Now we're just going to jump right into it. Like we never left. Like we never left, y'all. We're just going to dive right in. Roll that clip.
As founder of the American Birth Control League, which later became Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger was no doubt a controversial figure with disturbing views on eugenics, race, and population control. While some argue she even wanted to exterminate the Black race, others are trying to erase that part of her past.
See, now some of y'all out here still being Democrat. Listen, that's your choice. If you want to be a Democrat in 2026, that's on you. That's on you. But let's not act like Democrats like Black folk. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
The Mike Wallace interview.
In the eyes of some, Margaret Sanger has been a heroine. In the eyes of others, she's been a destructive force.
In her own words, Sanger pushed for a society that limited births to those she deemed fit to have children.
Well, I think the greatest sin in the world is bringing children into the world.
Ain't that something, though? An ugly woman like that talking about selective breeding. Your parents shouldn't have got together, lady. Damn, look at that scowl.
That have disease from their parents, that have no chance in the world to be a human being, practically. Delinquents, prisoners, all sorts of things just marked when they're born.
In 1916, Sanger opened the country's first birth control clinic. As a member of the American Eugenics Society, she advocated improving the genetic composition of humans through controlled reproduction of different races and classes.
And you know who else had that theory? Which y'all love to talk about the most? The Nazis. The Nazis. The Nazis had that. Nazi Germany. You know? The Uber race. You know, the Aryan Brotherhood and all that good stuff. That's your girl, Margaret Sanger. She was mixed in with it.
She often wrote about the issue in the journal she founded, called the Birth Control Review. In 1919, writing,
I personally believe in the sterilization of the feeble-minded, the insane, and the syphilitic. The most urgent problem.
Yo, y'all would have been done. Y'all would have been finished, man. Some of y'all don't even know what a country is. Feeble-minded, y'all would have been finished. Damn, and she said the syphilitic. So even if you got venereal disease, finished. You gotta go. Get them out of here. You gotta go. Let's continue.
Today is how to limit and discourage the over-fertility of the mentally and physically defective.
Many point to a 1923 New York Times interview as proof of Sanger's racist motives, in which she referred to people as weeds, saying,
It means the release.
She said she tried to clean it up. It's really black people. It's black people. You gotta cut them down like weeds. But let's continue.
And cultivation of the better racial elements in our society, and the gradual suppression, elimination, and eventual extirpation of defective stocks, those human weeds which threaten the blooming of the finest flowers of American civilization.
Hayden Ludwig, an investigative researcher, has extensively studied Sanger's life and writings.
She talked about the need for race betterment through controlling these weeds, basically undesirable people.
In 1939, after opening another clinic in Harlem, the birth control activist launched the Nyeckro.
In Harlem, y'all. She opened it in Harlem. She wanted to get rid of the Negro race so bad. But y'all love this Margaret Sanger, man. I love it when they talk about Planned Parenthood. They got the audacity to call it healthcare. Healthcare. She up here caring about your health. Look at that Margaret Sanger go.
The Nyeckro Project, an initiative supported by black leaders, such as civil rights activist W.E.B. Du Bois. Critics claim the program used the pretense of better health and family planning for poor blacks in the South as an attempt to limit the black race. Ludwig says some on the left grapple with Sanger's past and how to interpret her legacy.
They know when she writes about human weeds, they know that it's repulsive. They know it's disgusting. The left will never abandon Margaret Sanger because if
it's horrible. There's no way around it. She was a vile individual. And her motives were completely obvious. She set up her first place. The first Planned Parenthood was in Harlem to get rid of the weeds. Quoting Margaret Sanger, this woman was a monster. And it's like, it's talking about the left is trying to grapple over. There's nothing to grapple onto. You are falling off the cliff. That's it.
If they do, she's the foundation of so many of their views.
Sanger once shared her vision for a preferred race at a women's branch of the Ku Klux Klan, writing in her autobiography.
Come on now. She up here attending cross burnings and Klan rallies. And this is your champion. Come on. Y'all still want to hang on to the left? Some of y'all. The rest of us, man, we left a long time ago. Good riddance. Shame with all this wickedness. Klan rallies and cross burnings. Talking about getting rid of the weeds. Setting up the first Planned Parenthood in Harlem. Oh, it's not looking good. It's not looking good.
Always, to me, any aroused group was a good group.
Despite those views, liberals praise Sanger's work, while ignoring her history.
I admire Margaret Sanger enormously.
I'm sure you do.
Her courage, her tenacity, her vision. I am really in awe of her.
Ryan Baumberger, founder of the Radiance Foundation, says abortion proponents are working to clean up Sanger's past and what she stood for.
They have to reinvent her every time they talk about her in order to justify their celebration of her.
Former Planned Parenthood director Abby Johnson says those inside the abortion industry are trained to overlook Sanger's racist views.
They give you an answer like, well...
Yo, how do you industrialize baby death? What kind of diabolical shit is that? This is supervillain level. Margaret Sanger was Lex Luthor. Alexis Luthor.
I mean, yes, Margaret Sanger was a racist, but everybody was a racist back then. You accept it.
Oof.
Because she is your hero. And she has to be your hero. You cannot question Planned Parenthood.
In 1997, Stephen Mosher of the Population Research Institute wrote about the push to repackage Margaret Sanger in the Wall Street Journal.
The reason I call it the repackaging of Margaret Sanger is because after the Nazi regime destroyed the legitimacy of eugenics forever, they then went back and said, oh, she was just an early feminist. She was just an early supporter of family planning. No, she
feminism. Oh man, this is a great video. Oh,
no, she was a supporter of giving IQ tests to people. She was in favor of using those IQ tests to determine who should be sterilized and who should have children.
In a response titled The Demonization of Margaret Sanger, Alexander Sanger, her grandson and president of Planned Parenthood at the time, called Mosher's editorial unfair. In the same piece, Esther Katz, director of NYU's Margaret Sanger Papers Project, claimed evidence revealing Sanger did not rationalize her support for birth control on racist grounds, that she never advocated genocidal policies aimed at racial, ethnic, or religious groups, and that she, in fact, believed access to birth control would benefit, not eliminate minority populations. Dr. Katz turned down our request for an interview, although in this article, the editor as public authority interpreting Margaret Sanger, she wrote, by our current highly sensitized standards, some of her attitudes and statements can be construed as racist, elitist, ethnocentric, and not politically correct. In 1942, Margaret Sanger's American Birth Control League became Planned Parenthood, which has moved to fulfill its founders' goals, helped greatly by the Supreme Court decision in Roe v. Wade.
Under the veil of secrecy and deception, 60+ million babies have not been born because they were aborted legally since '73. 1/3 of that population belong to the African American community.
Did y'all hear that? A third. These could have been potential scientists. Maybe one of those aborted children could have been the person that cured your cancer, took us to Mars, found a new element on the periodic table, invented a new musical instrument, anything. The potential is limitless, but you squash that. Because rather than be a responsible person, use the proper birth control method, use the right contraceptive, no, you chose to take the most heinous, killed the living thing inside of you, living child inside of you. Listen, y'all can do whatever y'all want. And this is just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a dude. I'm just a cool dude in the internet. Nothing to see here. But I know beyond the shadow of a doubt that there's a God that sees every single thing that we do, good, bad, somewhere in between. And one day, you're going to have to give an account on your life. And something like that, I don't want to be in that room. I don't want to be in that room. But that's just a theological side. Just from as a human being, man, like that's just messed up. You don't even give someone a chance at life because of your ineptitude. Let that sink in. That's what you choose as an option. Horrible, man. Horrible.
Frightening and telling number, given blacks make up only 13% of the U.S. population.
Now, how does a population stay the same for 400 years is beyond me. I mean, if y'all really believe that, there's something wrong with y'all. Most places are like underreported. It's more like 20-25%. It just sounds so stupid. Even with the abortions, it's not 13%.
Research Center says that Sanger's true mission remains alive and well throughout today's abortion industry.
Look at the maps. See where the abortion facilities are. They are near places where people are marginalized, people are poor, people are minority.
Neighborhoods.
And
what neighborhoods? It's the same tactic and method. Tried and true. Put them all in the poor neighborhoods. Get rid of them. That's what it's there for. And y'all fall for it every time. Every single time. They had these death vans. Kamala Harris's thing last year, they had it right outside the convention. Like you're trying to get some artisan pizza or something at a concert for your bad choices. Here's an abortion. Want some fries with that?
That's their target market.
Generation after generation,
we have built a better world for our daughters.
Because of allies in the media and academia, Gaynor also points out how speech from conservatives and others about Sanger's past, Planned Parenthood practices, and abortion is often classified as hate speech.
There is nothing as close to a sacrament in the media as abortion. It is a holy writ that abortion is protected. And anybody who comes out against it, any organization, any business, anybody, the media swarm.
So does social media.
Facebook's new oversight board, and this is really concerning, has 4 co-chairs. And they're going to be the appeals board for content. Well, one of the 4 oversight board is on the board of an pro-abortion group. There's no pro-lifers. They're not there.
The problem also exists on many college campuses.
I remember at Harvard, they laughed when I was talking about the history of eugenics. And they said, that doesn't matter. Planned Parenthood is not like it was during Margaret Sanger's days.
Those who oppose her views say not true and are committed to exposing her past for future generations. Charlene Aaron, CBN News.
Well, keep in mind, this is a serious matter. You're trying to revise history to suit a political agenda and suit a political argument. The source of that story, curiously, is a group called NewsGuard, and they're self-appointed watchdogs of news organizations. And
yeah, that's your champion. That's your hero. Someone who wanted to get rid of Black folks because they were like weeds, undesirable, the poor, the feeble-minded, the syphilitic. Everybody gotta go. But her ugly ass, those are the genes you want. You want that beak, you want that scowl, you want to look like Silvio all the time from The Sopranos in a bad wig. It's not that people are misinformed. People don't read. People don't look into things only at the surface level. They'll listen to the news and take it at face value. The same news that'll give you celebrity gossip and the weather that's wrong. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But That's the champ, Margaret Sanger. Wanted certain genes to live on. Wanted certain people to go away. She was that chick. Set up the first Planned Parenthood in Harlem just to get rid of black folk. And here y'all go, voting for these Democrats every time. You don't have to call it Planned Parenthood, they just call it healthcare. Anti-feminist thing you could do. Some of those fetuses are female. Y'all killing women in the womb. Oh boy. Some of y'all, I just don't know. It's musty cobwebs and rusty cogs up there. It ain't working. The brain no work. Brain no here. Mommy, brain no here. Listen, I don't want to beat y'all over the head. Y'all let me know. Get the conversation started. Let us know. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to CJ. Thanks for editing this video. Thank you. Just thank you, bro. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you, bro. And yeah, check out the merch store. SYNDICATE.com. You know, we got that merch. So show that merch. See that logo. Sodium Syndicate name. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff, man. Check out the catalog, SYNDICATE.com. Everything on there is fire and comfortable. This is so damn comfortable, man. Like, you can fall asleep in these shirts. They're the best. And Christmas is right around the corner, man. Buy some of these damn hoodies before I hop out the screen and make y'all do it. I can do it. Don't tempt me now. I'll do that shit. Just haven't done this in a while, man. I'm a little rusty. I'm a little rusty and a little giddy. Leave a comment, subscribe, and you might see some old faces again. Let's hope for that. Till next time, stay salty, and peace.
Honestly, I think we're led by stupid people. Go to school and get a good education. Stop all that gang, man. You're not from the hood.